Was going to dive in with some awkward intro again, but instead I thought, why not just show you my dog's butt? Right, Champ? He's so depressed. Champion. What's up? Welcome back to my YouTube channel. Today I am going to shoot a meal prep video with you because I officially am home alone. I live with 5 people, as you might know already, and my boyfriend just got a really good job, so he's not here. My brother is just out in the world doing God knows what, and my parents went to the beach. So I have the house to myself. And this guy who's like he's so depressed. This is gonna be a long video, so I'm going to just get right into it. And we are gonna start by making a little shopping list. I wanna take you through a full and actual process from start to finish. I took out some of the ingredients I'm going to be using, and I just put them on this weird little random counter that we've got here. And the star of my recipe today is this lemon. No, I'm just kidding. It's these field roast Italian sausage things. This is going to be a meal prep for Derek for work. I am kind of just going by some things that I know he likes, and these were just sent to me, and I'm excited to incorporate them in a recipe somehow. And I've also got my hot mess of a list as well as this list. This guy. How do you like this notepad? My dad made this. Oh God. Oof. A little too much. He staples them together into these little packets and we just have them all over the house, but I gotta get into this because we're gonna be here for a while. Bye, Champ. Bye. Do you care that I'm leaving? Bye. All right, well, see ya. Does anyone else slip their shoes on? God damn it. Such an adult. You would think that I would use my goddamn laces like a civilized human being. I have to make up my own weird sounds because I don't know how to add music to my videos. So this could be really awkward or kind of a good time. I think it's gonna be a good time, and I hope you appreciate my sunglasses. Time to go to the store. Oh shit, I forgot the list. Hold on. We're here. Honestly, I did not feel too comfortable filming in there. I will show you what I got as I put it into my ridiculously messy trunk. I got some greens. Got a box of cookbooks back here. My cookbook. So I got some greens, broccoli, tomatoes, bell pepper, a bunch of veggies, all that good stuff. I loaded everything into the trunk, and I will show you everything once I'm unloading in the kitchen. I am loving my outfit right now. This is seriously my go-to. Just leggings, a old t-shirt, most likely from a band that I listen to, and just, yeah, it's really hot out. You get groceries? Huh? It's official. We're ready to start this meal prep. I'm going to start with making a breakfast. I'm only going to be doing breakfast and lunch for 4 days. The reason I'm not doing dinner is because Derek will be home at that time, and oh my god, my hair. Whatever. You guys, you love me for who I am. Derek will be home for dinner, so he'll eat whatever I'm cooking that night. I feel like a housewife. Stay focused. I am going to make chia pudding to start. This will be something that Derek eats before he goes to work, maybe not at all. I might just end up eating this because he also does intermittent fasting. Let's see. And the recipe that I'm going to be using is a recipe, actually, I'll just hold this up. We are making this recipe in my cookbook, Rabbit Food. I'll put it in the description in case you want to buy the book and check it out. I have a hardcover book because this is my personal copy. I do not sell hardcover books, so please don't ask. I get questions a lot. Let's get started. First thing I'm going to do to make the chia pudding, I've got some cool stuff here, so I'll show you. We have some date syrup, which I'm going to be using as the sweetener. This recipe is going to be slightly different. I'm going to add some of these 4 SIGMATIC superfood blends. If you use my code RABBITFOOD10, you can save on this guy. So good. We've got our chia seeds, some bloobs, and I think I'm gonna throw some blood oranges in there just because, why not? Let me grab some almond milk and we are going to get started. I feel so awkward. I don't know, sometimes I can just dive into these videos and make them and they're amazing, and sometimes I just feel ridiculous. Right now is one of those times. I have no idea why. I guess I feel like I'm just totally overthinking this whole shindig. God, making videos really stresses me out. I'm just gonna throw that out there. I'm going to start by adding a few cups of almond milk. I don't know how many yet. I will put the ingredients and everything in the description, so when you do make this, you know exactly what's going down. Don't judge me for using store-bought almond milk and not homemade, because seriously, who has time for that? I know homemade almond milk and homemade plant milk and nut milk, whatever you call it, is delicious, but when you live with a lot of people and there's just a lot going on, it's hard to be milk and nuts all day. And we go through so much almond milk at my house. Time for the chia seeds. I'll throw in a lot because I like when it's really thick. I can't count and talk at the same time, so just bear with me here. I also have to kind of keep talking though because I don't know how to add music to my videos yet. And yeah, I'm still in the process of learning the whole YouTube life thing. We have our chia seeds and our almond milk. I'm going to whisk this together and then add in the sweetener, which is going to be this date syrup. You're gonna whisk it all together, but you kind of want to check on it because I've made chia pudding before and I just kind of threw them in and shook it really quick and then put it in the fridge. And when I went to go eat it, it just was kind of a hard brick of chia at the bottom, which I was so upset about. Nobody likes that. I just had date sweetener for the first time recently because I've never seen it anywhere. I thought that all you fancy Instagrammers and YouTubers just made it yourself. So when I found this, the date lady, whatever, I was so excited I couldn't wait to try it. Immediately brought it home, put it in some tea, and we've been best friends ever since. The color of this is disgusting. Just moving all around. that's basically it. It's super simple. When it's done, I will add some fruit to it. Right now it's just this brown goodness. And I'm going to pop that in the fridge for probably like 24 hours until tomorrow. Like I said, you just want to keep checking on it, shake it up, give it a little bit of loving so that the chia seeds don't float to the bottom and just get nasty. Things could get really ugly really quick. I just put that chia seed in the fridge, so now I'm going to move on to the lunch aspect. Lunch aspect of Derek's meals for the week for at least the next 4 days. And the base or protein of this meal that I'm going to be making is these field roasts. They're defrosting, so I've just got some wet cold weenies in this bowl. Field roasts, Italian sausage things. Never had them before. I'm really excited to try them. They are essentially seitan, and they're ready to go. You just grill them up or saute them in a pan, pop them in the oven, however you want to live your life. To go with that, I'm going to be making some roasty, toasty, roasted vegetables. What am I doing? And some quinoa salad. I think that's it. Let me get my, I make my little lists. Pumpkin seed quinoa, and then I'm gonna roast a ton of vegetables, and then he'll have some arugula, some greens on the side, and yeah, it's lunch, so it doesn't need to be anything crazy, if that sounds like a lot, but it's easy. And I will start with the vegetables because they actually need to cook for 30 minutes. I don't cook with oil, at least not anymore. So I got these Silpat mats. I don't know if you've ever used them. They're amazing. It's like I have the packaging here, so let's see. It's I don't know, a lot of it's in French, but I bought a second one because I use them so much. And when I do roasting things like this, it's always good to have two if you're somebody that's cooking frequently. What the hell is this? Let me show you all the vegetables that I'm going to throw into this. I'm so excited about them. I just got them at Whole Foods. We have some carrots, some purple cabbage, bell pepper, zucchini, some Brussels sprouts, broccoli, cauliflower, sweet potato, purple potato, guys, this red bell pepper, and I am going to wash these guys, give them a little bath. Everything is officially washed. So I'm gonna start by chopping up my carrots. And again, this recipe will be in the description. I really have to get used to talking on camera because I feel like, I don't know, sometimes it's easy for me to just get right into it and not think anything of it. And other times it feels awkward. Especially when I'm doing stuff like this. I'm not gonna lie, right now I feel awkward. Maybe it's just me, I don't know. I wanna get much better balancing everything and just creating good content, delivering my message. I've always been so much better with just writing and words. I'm super awkward. At least I think I am, and I've gotten better over the years. Everybody has their things. We're actually going to be steaming these starchy vegetables so that they cook better when they're in the oven. And that's going to be carrots, the potatoes, the Brussels sprouts. So I'm gonna throw a pot of water on the stove when I'm done with this carrot. I always worry about if I'm boring. What I mean by that is right now you guys are watching me and I don't have a very bubbly personality, and that's how I am, and I'm totally okay with that. I'm not like a super bubbly, smiley kind of girl. I never was. And I think when I get on camera like this, I get intimidated because I'm not smiling, and there might be moments of me just being quiet. And I guess that doesn't necessarily matter once you get better with editing and you are putting music in and stuff, and everything can just be edited and cut together the way that you want it to be. But right now, I'm still in the beginning stages of getting my shit together on YouTube, and I'm still learning. So for example, the other day I shot such a good video. I was so excited about it. It was for a purpley purple soup recipe that you will be seeing soon. But for some reason, I am just having the hardest time with understanding how to add music to videos. Not to mention finding a song. I don't have any music. I don't have like any music. I lost all of it when my iPod broke, and then I just never replaced it. I had so much music. I don't remember a lot of the bands and things like that I used to listen to. And I got all my music off of LimeWire. If you know what LimeWire is, then you know what I mean. I got all my music off LimeWire, and because I did that, it was free. And I know music is not free, and that's how people get paid. And my boyfriend Derek gets on me all the time because he is a musician, and I should just be more considerate of that in general. Because just like I make money from cookbooks, which I don't, I really don't make any money from my books. Just like somebody makes money from like cookbooks, for example, there are musicians out there that are making money from people listening to their music. And shh. Gosh, is it gonna keep beeping? Yeah. Everywhere that I look nowadays to find music, I know there's Spotify and things like that, and you can get these playlists and whatnot, and they're all supposed to be catered to what you like to listen to, whatever genre you like. But I end up listening to the playlist, and after 2 songs, I hate everything. It's just all bad. I don't have music to begin with, and I don't really even know where to start with finding music in terms of putting it into my videos. And I've been looking on SoundCloud. There's a few websites you can go to get free music and whatnot, but I just don't like anything. Not to mention, putting it in the video itself is like a whole nother obstacle. Totally down to learn. It's just gonna take me time. And I've always been a crazy slow learner. All right, I'm gonna finish cutting up these potatoes, chop up some Brussels sprouts, and throw them in the pot, and then we're gonna let them steam for about 6 minutes or so, just until they're fork tender, so that when I pop them in the oven with the other vegetables, they all cook at the same time and are done at the same time, and everything's good. These didn't fit in my steamer basket, so I ended up just boiling them. And then if you do this, the water has a lot of the nutrients from the vegetables because you boiled them. Make sure that you reserve that liquid. You can make stock with it. You could also use it to water your plants once it cools down, but it has a lot of goodness in it, and you definitely don't want to just throw that away. I have my non-starchy vegetables here that I'm going to now cut up and put on this tray, and they're gonna go right in the oven once this stuff boils. They're going right in the oven once the other vegetables come to a boil because they don't need to cook as long. I'm going a lot slower at getting everything going for just my brand and my life and whatnot, and I'm 100% okay with that. I still live at home with my parents. I'm still doing the best that I can to make money from my own projects, trying to stay positive regardless of how everything's doing. And I think with starting the YouTube, it'll be a great way for me to be able to monetize my videos eventually and reach more people and spread health in other ways than I have. I always just get really discouraged though with learning because I did have a learning disability when I was growing up, and I learned in a much different environment than most kids. Like for example, I had classes with the special ed kids, which I mean, nothing against them, but it just kind of doesn't make you feel too good. And whenever I learn things now, I have that in the back of my head, like, okay, I kind of need somebody holding my hand, or oh, I kind of need this. And I really don't. I mean, I know that I'm smart, and I know that I'm capable, and I know that I can do amazing things, and I know that I have done amazing things, but at the same time, I just still kind of feel like that girl in high school who was in those classes and that learning setting, and I had somebody holding my hand, helping me taking tests and things like that. Yeah, I joke and I like to say that I'm a handheld learner, not so much hands-on. It definitely helps me to have somebody sit with me and explain things to me. So with the video editing and adding music to my videos, my friend Rebecca, Vegan Bodega Cat, who I'll actually link in the description, she was kind enough to offer to help me, and she's gonna come over and sit with me and show me some tricks and things like that. And she has an awesome YouTube channel. I really like her Is It Hype videos, which you guys should definitely check out. I actually did one with her that was a White Castle edition, and it got a lot of heat. Yeah, but let me know in the comments if you can relate to any of that, or if any of that resonates with you, because I've actually met a lot of people from something I put in my story on Instagram, and a lot of people reached out and said how they grew up going to school and experiencing a similar learning setting. So yeah, my camera's going to die, so I'm going to charge it, but in the meantime I'm going to chop the rest of these up, set them aside, and get some quinoa going. The next part, which is the quinoa, millet, buckwheat mix thing I'm going to throw in. I've never used this before. It looked really good, so I bought it. Just thought, give it a go. Oh my gosh, I cannot do math. And
I normally do, so what does it say for a quarter cup, use 2 cups, and use 8 cups?
okay, nailed it. I ended up using, instead of broth or water, I reserved the liquid from the vegetables that we boiled. I'm just going to put that on the stove and let it come to a boil. We're crooked here. Still learning. I'm gonna let it come to a boil, and then I'll show you all the stuff that I mix into it. It's a really nice salad. I just realized I totally dropped the ball on that quinoa. First of all, you're supposed to rinse it first, and I didn't. Second of all, I completely mismeasured it. So it's a good thing that I'll be putting the actual recipe in the description, because that would have been a fail. I mean, what kind of vegan am I if I can't make quinoa? Come on. I'm gonna check my chia pudding. Oh, this baby's looking thick. All right. Smells like quinoa. I'm not gonna lie, I burned the bottom of the pot, and you know what? It happens. To make the quinoa salad, I'm going to just mix everything in this pot and then place it into the containers, because I want to measure everything. We're going to throw in some pumpkin seeds to start. I love having the crunch of the pumpkin seeds in my quinoa. I just feel like it makes my life. I'm not gonna lie, there's a cacao nib or 2 in there, and it's better off. I'm going to add some lemon juice. I mean, who doesn't love lemon? Lemony. Going to add some nutritional yeast. Sometimes when I buy nutritional yeast and it comes in a bag, or just flours or anything like that, I pour it into a container and I pop the label on it just so it stays fresher, because otherwise things can get really funky and then they go bad, and it's never a good thing. I'm also going to throw in some raisins. What is this? This is a bag inside of a bag? I kind of want to add goji berries. We just have them and they're so good for you. very high in vitamin A. Add some hemp seeds. Now I'm going to add my favorite spice, adobo. Gotta have the garlic. I definitely want to add lots of fresh herbs to this. I'm gonna start with adding some scallions, which they're not herbs, but then I'm gonna run outside and I'm gonna get some parsley, basil, and fresh mint from our garden. Let's grab some basil, some parsley, and some mint. Look at this classy zebra blanket that my dad uses as a tarp. God only knows. Check out my dad's highlight on my Instagram if you want to see some ridiculous shit and just laugh until you pee your pants. Let's get ready to assemble. I also quickly whipped up some of my favorite dressing, which is also in rabbit food. It's a tahini dressing, which will be used to drizzle all over the veggies, the quinoa, whatever you want to do. The last thing that I have to take care of is the sausages themselves, which they're over there. These guys. My little containers are done and they look so good. I'm just adding some blood orange to my chia pudding. Also gonna throw in some blueberries, and that's pretty much it. Everything looks really good. I hope Derek likes it. I feel like Barefoot Contessa always talking about her missing in action husband. Oh, I hope he likes it. If you know who Barefoot Contessa is and you know who her husband is, Jeffrey, comment and let me know. I think I'm done. I think I did it. It only took like 4 hours, but I'm really proud. I'm gonna show you. I didn't end up adding this tahini dressing just yet because I feel like Derek is gonna wanna be involved in that, but otherwise, we're looking good. The chia pudding looks so good. I added blueberries and the blood orange and some walnuts. Thank you so much for watching this long ass video. I have no idea how long this is actually going to end up being, but if you like these meal prep things, then let me know in the comments. Maybe I can do a full-blown meal prep next time and do breakfast, lunch, and dinner. Probably will stick to 4 days so the food stays fresh, but anyways, thank you so much for watching. If you like this video, give it a thumbs up. Please subscribe to my channel, and yeah, bye.